For the longest time, I thought healthy soil meant spending money. Bags of compost, bottles of liquid feeds, even live worms for my beds and bins. I bought them all. And don't get me wrong, worms are garden gold. But one day, while breaking down delivery boxes, I stumbled onto a ridiculously simple method that changed the way I build soil forever. I stopped buying worms because I learned how to invite them in for free, and all it took was cardboard. If you're part of the Rootshaven Grounds family, you already know we're all about working with nature instead of against it. This trick fits that mindset perfectly. It's low effort, costs nothing, and improves your soil in ways that bottled products simply can't match. Let's dig into it. Before we talk cardboard, we need to talk about why worms are worth chasing in the first place. Earthworms are living soil engineers. As they tunnel, they loosen compacted ground, improving airflow and drainage. Their castings, basically worm poop, are one of the richest natural fertilizers available. Those castings are loaded with nutrients in a form plants can absorb easily, plus beneficial microbes that help roots thrive. When worms move through your beds, they're constantly mixing organic matter into the soil, breaking things down faster than microbes alone can manage. More worms means healthier soil structure, better moisture retention, stronger roots, and ultimately more productive plants. The problem is, many gardens don't naturally have enough worms, especially in dry, compacted, or heavily disturbed soil. That's where most people think, I should buy worms. I did too. Until I realized I could make my garden irresistible to the worms already living nearby. Cardboard is made from wood pulp, which means it's a carbon-rich organic material. Worms don't eat cardboard directly the way they eat food scraps, but fungi and microbes break cardboard down. Worms then feed on those microbes and the softened material. In other words, cardboard becomes a long-term buffet. But that's not the only benefit. Cardboard also traps moisture. Worms breathe through their skin and need a damp environment to survive. Dry soil sends them deeper underground or away from your beds entirely. A layer of cardboard acts like a moisture blanket, creating the cool, dark, humid conditions worms love. So when you put cardboard on your soil, you're doing three powerful things at once. You're feeding soil life, protecting moisture, and creating a safe habitat. Worms don't need an invitation. They just move in. This is the exact method I use in my garden at Rootshaven Grounds, and it works whether you have raised beds, in-ground beds, or even tired lawn areas you want to convert into growing space. First, I remove any plastic tape, glossy labels, or staples from the cardboard. Plain brown cardboard is best. Those shiny, heavily printed pieces can contain inks or coatings you don't want in your soil. Next, I soak the cardboard thoroughly. Dry cardboard will repel water at first, so I either dunk it in a bucket or hose it down until it's fully saturated. Wet cardboard molds to the soil surface and starts breaking down faster. Then I lay it directly on top of the soil. If I'm preparing a new bed, I put the cardboard right over grass or weeds. If it's an existing bed, it goes right on the soil surface around plants, leaving a little space around stems so nothing stays too wet against them. After that, I cover the cardboard with a layer of organic material. Compost, aged manure, leaf mold, grass clippings, or straw all work beautifully. This top layer holds the cardboard down, keeps it moist, and adds even more food for soil life. Finally, I water everything well. Moisture is key. From that point on, I just maintain normal watering, and nature handles the rest. Within days, microbes and fungi start colonizing the cardboard. You won't see much happening on top, but underground there's a feast building. After a couple of weeks, when you lift a corner, you'll often find worms already gathered underneath. They're drawn to the moisture, the cool shade, and the growing microbial activity. Over time, they begin pulling bits of softened cardboard down into the soil, mixing it with organic matter. As the cardboard breaks down, it improves soil structure by increasing organic content. Clay soils become looser and easier to work. Sandy soils gain the ability to hold more moisture and nutrients. And because worms are constantly tunneling, roots can grow deeper and stronger. This is slow magic, not instant fertilizer, but it builds long-term soil health instead of quick temporary boosts. In vegetable beds, I use cardboard as a base layer before adding compost at the start of a new season. By the time planting is in full swing, the cardboard is soft and worm activity is noticeably higher. Around fruit trees, cardboard mulch is a game changer. I lay large sheets in a wide circle around the tree, then top with compost and wood chips. This keeps weeds down, holds moisture near the roots, and creates a thriving underground ecosystem that feeds the tree naturally. For tired or compacted soil, cardboard is one of the easiest rehabilitation tools. Instead of digging and turning the soil, which can disrupt soil life, I sheet mulch with cardboard and organic matter. Over a few months, worms and microbes do the tilling for me. Even in pathways, cardboard under wood chips helps suppress weeds while encouraging worms to improve the soil beneath. Over time, those paths become rich planting areas if you ever decide to expand your beds. One mistake I see often is using cardboard without covering it. Exposed cardboard dries out, blows away, and doesn't break down properly. Always add a top layer of compost, mulch, or other organic material. Another issue is letting everything dry out. Remember, worms need moisture. In very dry climates or seasons, you may need to water occasionally just to keep the decomposition process active. Also, don't pile cardboard right up against plant stems or tree trunks. Constant moisture against bark can cause rot. Leave a little breathing room. Lastly, patience matters. This isn't a one-week transformation. Give it a couple of months, and you'll start seeing darker, crumbly soil and more visible worm activity. What I love most about this cardboard trick is that it shifts the mindset from feeding plants to feeding soil life. When soil life thrives, plants take care of themselves much more easily. Instead of buying worms, fertilizers, and soil conditioners over and over, you create a self-sustaining system. Worm populations grow naturally, organic matter increases, water retention improves, and your garden becomes more resilient to heat, drought, and heavy rain. That's the kind of gardening we focus on here at Rootshaven Grounds. Simple methods that work with natural processes and get better every season. Give it a try in your own garden. If you have a pile of delivery boxes sitting around, you're already holding a soil-building resource. Start with one bed, one tree, or one patch of stubborn ground. Lay down soaked cardboard, cover it with organic matter, and keep it moist. In a few weeks, take a peek underneath. If you see worms moving in, you'll know it's working. Keep repeating the process season after season, and you'll build soil so rich and alive that buying worms won't even cross your mind. If you found this helpful and want more practical, down-to-earth gardening tips like this, make sure you're subscribed to Rootshaven Grounds. Share this with a fellow gardener who's still spending money on soil fixes. Let's help more people grow healthier gardens naturally.